Hey, Joe at Nelly Sportsline looking at college football week 3. Early game on Saturday, Wake Forest at Old Dominion. Wake Forest has matched their scoring pace from last season, putting up 37 and 36 in their first two games in a 2-0 start. They played an FCS foe and then last week beat Vanderbilt, one of the worst Power 5 teams last week. And that 16-point win was a bit misleading. 3-1 turnover edge, and they're only plus 61 in total yards for that game. And a lot of that was built on the final drive. They went 73 yards in their final drive for a field goal late in the game. Otherwise, yardage would have been pretty much even in that contest. They did score on a fumble return touchdown and a huge play in that game just before halftime. Had been kind of a back and forth game until then, and that was enough to put Wake Forest up 10 at halftime and enough to pull away from there. Now, Old Dominion played much closer with Virginia Tech in the opener than the final score. Lost by 19, but only minus 73 in yards, and they were minus 3 in turnovers in that game. It was still a 6-point game late in the third quarter. Last week, Old Dominion got a win against Louisiana in the Sun Belt opener, and they had 6 scoring drives of at least 55 yards. Grant Wilson at quarterback very efficient with 4 touchdown passes, and this was an offense that showed the ability to hit some big plays and should have some promise moving forward. Now, last season, Old Dominion beat Virginia Tech, and they lost by just 2 against Virginia, as they've shown the ability to play up against ACC teams. Now, Wake Forest might be a notch above those two squads, but this is a Deacons team that has the ACC opener up next week. And under Dave Clawson, now in his 10th season, they've only been a double-digit road favorite 3 times. Old Dominion has won straight up in 5 of their last 9 games as a home underdog the past 2 seasons. And this is a Monarchs team that has shown the ability to play up in some of these big games. Back in 2018, they won twice as double digit underdogs outright, including a big win over Virginia Tech when they were an over 28-point underdog. So I think this is a matchup that can be closer than the spread suggests. I think Old Dominion's going to be able to score a few points in this game. Wake Forest has allowed 37 points so far in their 2 games, despite facing fairly weak opposition. And I like the Monarchs at plus 14 for an early game on Saturday. Nelly's Football won both our college and pro 2 out of 3 offers last weekend for a nice weekend, and we'll look to have multi-game offers again this week. Also, Nelly's Green Sheet went 6-2 in our key selections last week in the newsletter. You can check out our newsletter subscription with a discount this week and look for our phone selections to be coming out on Friday afternoon. Thanks for checking out this free pick with Nelly's. Best of luck this weekend.